guys? Welcome to another edition of the NFT Show. I'm your host, Philip Kalinko, and tonight we are going to be talking about Alpha Passes. What is an Alpha Pass? What options are there? Which one is my favorite? So before we jump into it, let's have a quick look at OpenSea and see what's happening. OpenSea volume. So you can see we had a little bit of a pump on the weekend, and I mean a little bit. So it went from 50 million turnover a day on OpenSea to about 75, 70 million. Weekends usually tend to be busier. That's what you can see that consistently, no matter what market we're in, a bull or a bear. Weekends are always a little bit busier. So always, if you're looking to buy, rather buy during the week, and if you're looking to sell, rather sell on weekends. But you can see yesterday we retracted all the way back down to 52 million. And today, we'll see what happens today. But definitely very much still in a bear market, despite the big news from Bored Ape Yacht Club acquiring CryptoPunks and Meebits, which has actually helped the top 10 perform quite well, but it hasn't trickled down. So definitely still be cautious and know what the market is. We've seen a recent pump today, the last few minutes, in Ethereum, gone from about 2,550 to 2,650, up about 5% on the day. So that's just a little bit of a market overview. Now let's jump into Alpha Passes. So what is an Alpha Pass? So basically an Alpha Pass is usually an NFT that buys you membership or access into a Discord, an Alpha Discord, and that Discord is going to have a whole lot of stuff in it that gives you information, hopefully before anyone else, gives you whitelist opportunities and things like that. So I'll just jump into the NFT Show Discord just to show you some of the tools and things that you can have in an Alpha Discord. We don't have an Alpha Pass, but it's just I know this Discord very well, so I thought it would be a good one to use to just show you. So this is a typical Discord, usually has some stats at the top and then important information. This is just our official links and our tweets and our videos and things like that. Something that you do see in quite a lot of Alpha Discords are different tools that you could use yourself when buying and selling NFTs. And we have quite a lot of different tools here, some of them paid tools, some of them free tools. So that's quite nice because, it gives you access to things that will make you better equipped to buy and sell. So tools is usually one thing that you do see. See something that we have here as well as a list of notable wallets. People that are known in the space. Here you got Gary V, Pranksy, Farouk, right? And in a lot of these Alpha Discords, there'll also be a bot that tracks these guys' wallets. When they buy or sell, it automatically shows you on the Discord. We'll get that done. Don't worry, just haven't had the time. Then you'll see, security alerts. So anytime that there's a Discord hacked and it comes on my radar, we notify people. This is quite cool. Rug Pull Finder. It's actually just a Twitter account that does quite good research. And then when they post, it automatically shows up here. Then you've got like your latest NFT news. Here you've got live mint spikes. So when more than 50 transactions are minted within like 5 minutes, it will show up here, showing that it's a notable mint. Live buy spikes are when like Genie swaps or someone buys quite a lot of NFTs. If you have a look here, we have got Kaiju Mutants. Someone bought 18 of them. The floor has moved up a little bit there. But yeah, just good to see another good tool that you have over there. Daily new mints. So this is just show you what is minting today. We had RTFKT Sandbox assets in Sandbox, which was an absolute flop. Art Blocks Factory, and this automatically updates. So you've got some bots over here and you will have those in Alpha Discords. And this is Solana mints over here, and so on. So one thing that you have is access to information, and then access to Alpha as well. So Alpha is just information before it becomes mainstream, and you can have a look here when Dada Souls was announcing their collab, but we pointed it out the day before. So the day before it came on our radar that they were going to announce a partnership with Colette tomorrow, and we gave you all the information. You look at the time, the floor price was 0.8, and they're now sitting at 1.2, if I'm not mistaken. Same with Loser Club. Yesterday, we called it at 0.32. They currently have 2x. They're sitting at 0.64 at the moment. So that's the sort of thing that you can expect to find as far as information in Alpha in a typical Alpha Discord. And then there'll also be like whitelist opportunities in these paid for ones. So usually in the form of a raffle. So if we go here into the lounge and we look over here, we've had some raffles for different whitelist spots for ugly people, floppy NFT, and so on. So you typically do see that, and that's quite a lot of value, because if the project brings good whitelist, very good whitelist, that can be invaluable, and that's quite important. And then you'll also have your alpha chat where people in the community can bring you what they're seeing and what they're doing. So that's just a general overview of the type of things that you get in Alpha Discord. So now let's jump into the different Alpha passes. Now there are quite a lot. I haven't covered all of them over here, but I have covered the ones that are on my radar. But there are some others that I've left off that are really, really great as well. So the first one I want to bring to you is Plug Pass. Now I think it's very important when you are looking at buying an Alpha Pass to look at the amount of owners, because no project that I know is going to be getting 850 whitelists unless they're directly involved in that particular project. And usually, as we said, the whitelists are done in raffle form. So you've got, let's say they've got 100 spots, you've got a 10%, just over 10% chance with this particular pass, because there's 855 owners, you'll have a 10% chance of getting whitelist. So this number is very, very important. So you can see this is Kosher's Alpha Pass. Kosher's an influencer in the space. He's got his own YouTube channel, and is very well respected, known for his good calls. So you can see here, current floor price is 1.485. These minted at 0.25. So I think that's another thing to remember when buying an NFT as an Alpha Pass, is that if it's a great pass, in theory, in normal market conditions, over time, that price will increase. So your investment increases, plus you get value from that Discord. So if we jump here into Kosher's Discord over here, and I am a holder, and I really do like this one. So what I do is I've got the different Alpha Passes here in a folder. And then what I do is any whitelist that I win, I put under here. So I always know I got this whitelist from Kosher until it mints, then I move it down. Just in case, like if they, there's a lot of whitelist opportunities that I have in these different Alpha Discords. And I might go on here and they say that I don't have a whitelist. I know exactly where I got it from. So I like to sort it like that. So if we jump into Kosher's Discord over here, so the one thing here, Imaginary Friends is a great whitelist, right? Imaginary Ones. It really is quite a hyped project. I was just lucky to get this particular one. But Kosher, in my mind, is known for really decent whitelist opportunities. Yes, you have, as I said, probably a 10% chance on each one, but it does bring them often, and they're usually top shelf projects, which is really, really important, because who cares if you have 100 whitelists for 100 different projects if they all flop? Not all whitelist opportunities are created equally, right? So if we have a look here, he's just got his normal uploads, which is his videos that he does. So this is what I keep an eye on, the announcements. And this is, giving you just different top line stuff. He's got something called a Kosher kit, which is a Chrome extension that you get that tells you rarity and floor price. I know they have updated it recently. When I installed it, it worked, and then the next day it didn't. I had to reinstall it, and there are other tools that I have that do a similar thing. So I haven't installed the new one, but I do know that they are working on it constantly to bring new tools to it. So it might be more useful since then. When I have a chance, I'll try and install it again. Whitelist sign up. So here you see is the different times that you get whitelist opportunity. They raffled, and then there the winners are. And you can see here, this was, a week ago, 80 winners there all the way to 100. So you got 100 whitelist spots for Third Eye, which is this over here. Then before that, if you have a look here, another 100 spots for Third Eye. New Yorkie Club, 50 spots. So you would just raffle, and then if you win, you win. If you don't, you don't. But yeah, quite consistent whitelist opportunities, small bros, and some decent projects. Really some nice projects in Kosher's Discord. Then interesting drops, just ones that are on his radar. Giveaways, which I don't see often. Yeah, the last one was done about 2 months ago. Okay, then upcoming releases. You can have a look here. It just keeps on your radar. The nice thing here is that they give you a bit of a description and a bit of a background about whatever's coming. So that's really quite cool. Good way just to know what's coming up. NFT whitelist. So this is just whitelist that almost anyone can get, quite early on. There's no raffle for it. He's just saying if you go in the Discord and do XYZ, that's how you get whitelist for this particular project. And then long-term projects that he believes in, like Lazy Lions, one of my favorites, and he goes into details there. I Like You, You Weird, a new project. We actually covering them on Thursday's show. Solana projects as well are covered, and he's showing that today he has the different things that are on their radar as dropping. Sandbox, the RTFKT one, and Nifty Social Trap, right? Those are the three that are on their radar as minting today. Signals and alerts. You look here as any of his announcements. Staff pings, so anyone on his team that wants to bring something to your attention. Live NFT alerts. And there you can see, like here, Kosher is saying that he's likely to sell this particular one. He's likely to buy this and sell it at this point. Community alerts. That's the community just telling you whatever they need to. That's nothing. Cardano NFTs, which I don't look at. NFT Alpha. So this is just their analysis on projects that they want to tell you about and bring to your attention. Update on three landers and reasons and why. So it's really in depth. This is really one of my favorite passes. NFT info, daily recaps. I always look at that. And then here, if you win whitelist, that's where, so I won imaginary one, that you get your own channel for it, your own chat for it, and then the community success failures. And then if you come down here, you've got the same monitors that I showed you on ours, RC tools, the top 5 mints, volume on OpenSea in the last 5 minutes, and top mints over here. I haven't checked it for a while, you can see. So that's covers that, and then he puts different projects here that you can just see when they're listed, which I never really look at. You can always go to OpenSea. So that's a bit of an overview on Koshers. Again, I enjoy it. I intend on holding it. I get value out of it, and really run properly and a nice pass to have. The next one I want to bring to you is Champs Only. Now, Champ is more recent as far as public facing in the space. So Champ Crypto, we're going to talk about the Brett way as well, Brett. So Champ and Brett together formed the Magic Mushroom, but Champ was behind the scenes. And then Brett did a video like showing Champ, and Champ's flown, absolutely flown. He's really done incredibly. Got like 50,000 Twitter followers in 2 months, launched his pass, also about 2 months ago, and really, it really is quite cool and is doing incredibly well in the space. Again, the floor price is way up. And if you look over here, you can see 1,300 owners. Again, quite important. But Champ tends to do partnerships with projects. Like they did a partnership with Godzilla, where he got like 400 spots. So it's not always just however many you have divided by 100, because Champ tends to be able to secure a larger amount of whitelist in certain projects. And then if we jump into his Discord, sorry guys, I've got too many Discords here. Where's Champ? Sorry, I think he's up here. Okay, so if we jump into Champ's Discord, all right. So again, you've got a link directly to his tweets, right? Which you could just follow him on Twitter, any of his latest videos that he's done, his Instagram. Then this is, just whatever he wants. When he wants to tell you something, he'll tell you different things, like announcements. Mods words, when the mods want to bring anything to your attention. You'll recognize this. I just posted this in our chat. So they're telling you different stuff. Alpha, right? And you can see here, Loser Club also, they called it as well. They're calling Rubber Duck Bath Party, because Rubber Duck Bath Party has announced that their first bath party will be this weekend. So you can see that that's lifted the price. And then they also, give you a bit of advice here. He's likely looking to take profit before the event this Sunday, because this is the pump. It's a good time to sell before Sunday. So that's Alpha, right? Information before anyone else. Upcoming Alpha. So telling you that they're getting whitelist for fairy friends in the future. We actually spoke about this one as well. These were the guys who got the Twitter hex. And then I think it was Twitter that ended up putting this as their profile picture for 4 days. So we bought this shoe actually quite early. They're getting whitelist. They announced that today. Then there's another pass that we're going to look at, the Llamaverse pass, but they've done a collab with Champs only, and Llamas give alpha to Champs, and Champs give alpha to Llamas. So this is those two channels over there. And then the whitelist section, so updates. If you've won a whitelist, this is like, okay, time to put your wallet address in or whatever it may be. Here's your whitelist raffles. And you can see here, this was today. This was house game yesterday. Quite a lot of spaces. Here, this was last Samurai, the day before. So really a constant stream of whitelist opportunities the day before that, and a good amount of whitelist, guys. So yeah, really bullish on his ability to get whitelists. Okay, whitelist questions. If you've won a whitelist and you've got any questions. And then the different winners. I also won the black whitelist over here. I also won Alpha Sharks over here. I've got no idea what Alpha Sharks is, to be honest. And it seems like I won Skull Tunes here as well. Okay, so when you're a winner, those show up. This is the community section over here. So this is where anyone will just talk. And you can often get good alpha in these community chats as well, so you could also get led astray because it's the community here talking, and they might be pumping their own bag. I honestly just don't have time to spend time in these chats, but if I did have time, I think it would be a very interesting space. And then if you look over here, just scroll down. Miscellaneous, I never look at. I should actually mute that. Mark is red, and if you mute it, boom, disappears, which is great. Always do that for languages. If there's like all the different languages and I don't want to look at them in a chat, I'll always do that. Right click, mark as red, so that nothing pings you, and then mute category. And then it sort of doesn't come on your radar, doesn't give you notification. Then he's got a lot of bots. and a lot of tools. So we saw this Moby one again, the minting one, RC tools we also saw. So what's trending? Speaking of RC tools, Champ's actually given all of his pass holders free subscription to RC tools. So you just connect to RC tools with your wallet that has a Champ's pass, and you don't have to pay whatever it is, the $70 or $80 a month to have RC tools. So that, he is always doing cool stuff like that, bringing value, which is always nice. And then bots directly from Nansen, and Nansen is really the Rolls Royce paid for software in the space. Different whale alerts. So this is the notable buyers wallets, following them and what they're doing, which is great. And then like standard NFT news, Twitter tracker, Genie Sweeps. That's the one we've got on the NFT show Discord, showing what's been bought in bulk. And then your public side over here. So that gives you a good idea on the Champs only pass. They minted at 0.25 to begin with, guys, and they're already sitting on a 1.36 floor. And it's easy to see why, because the utility that you get is incredibly valuable. If you don't have time to grind all day for whitelist, sure, this doesn't guarantee you whitelist, right, that they get, because you have to raffle, but they're doing it every day. You'll get at least one whitelist every 1 or 2 weeks. All right, the next one, which is really a great one, it's relatively new, like pretty new. Just want to have a look at how new, but it is pretty new. You can see here 3 weeks old. However, Llama is very well respected in the space. He's got his own NFT projects. This one is actually a PFP. So it's not just a pass that everyone shares. It's got its PFP. They also have some cool stuff coming up on the PFP side. So they've got staking coming up and a token. So yeah, you're getting sort of 2 for 1. You're getting an Alpha Pass and a well-respected token in the space, a PFP picture with different rarities and all the rest of it, right? But Llama is really, really well-known in the space and well-respected. Here, a very big own account, 3,100. You can see already a lot of ETH traded. So this is a very well-respected path. I do not own the Llamaverse Genesis. However, I imagine it to be very similar to the 2 that I've bought you, because they all run in similar circles. I don't know how many whitelist opportunities they get, but with a floor price like this, I'm sure that their holders are happy. Wonder what mint price was on this particular one. Maybe we'll get an idea from here. Yeah, well, you can see it was definitely under 1 ETH for sure. All right, so that's Llamaverse. Don't have much as far as Discord goes because I don't hold one. Then coming to a few more sort of affordable, and they are more affordable than this that we're going to look at, but this is Popeys project, Picks Passport. You can see 1,200 owners, also looking good on the floor price for what it is. And I would actually group Picks Passport and Magic Mushrooms in a similar sort of vein, right? So Magic Mushrooms is Brett's, the Brettways NFT collection, and Popeye was actually a guy in Brett's Discord that Brett sort of took under his wing and now has got his own pass. So I think maybe let's talk about Magic Mushrooms first, because this one is a very large own account. It's almost a 10,000 collection, right? And this one is a very affordable entry price. Now, I did have a Magic Mushroom. I would highly recommend the Magic Mushroom to any newbies in the space, right? If you're really quite new to NFTs, I cannot think of any better pass to get. They are very embracing, very welcoming. It is an entry-level alpha Discord, but you could go in there, you could ask anything at any time. They really do take you under their wing and explain to you what NFTs are. Have seminars on how to trade. They have their launch pad where people come. I think they call it the Shark a mushroom shark tank or something, where projects come and present to them and they select one as a community that they end up getting whitelist spots for. So it's a very inclusive community, a very warm and welcoming space to be in. There is an opportunity, but it is quite hard to secure. There is an opportunity to book a time with Brett, but when I did have it, I did try for months and months and I never got a slot, but the intention is really, really good. They're not getting top tier whitelists. And as you can imagine, I mean, in the 2 months that I held mine, I did not win one whitelist spot here because there's a lot of people vying for it. But the alpha is average for this price. You're getting good value, and there are opportunities there, like Popeye got, that if you do really become a big member of this community and a contributing member, over time, you could end up getting a hand up from Brett and him taking you under your wing like Popeye did. So just to sum up, Magic Mushroom, really great entry level. Doesn't work well on the whitelist in my experience. Alpha is average. Like, you're not getting like Kosher and champs. You're not getting like on the minute, like, oh, good time to buy in now, sell in an hour when it reaches this price. You're not getting so much of that, but you are getting NFT news. You are getting all the monitors and all the bots showing you what's trending and all of that. So you really, for 0.13 compared to 1.3, and if you're new to the space, this is a great one to get. And Popeye, obviously, because of the lower owner count, you do get more whitelist opportunity than you would in Magic Mushroom. There is alpha. Popeye is in this Discord all day, and he's relatively new to the whole space and everything. And I do think in time, as he finds his feet and gets the more of the right team in place and becomes more notable and gets better whitelist opportunities and all the rest of that, and he's been getting some good ones. I do think this is one to watch. And it would really surprise me in 6 months if this isn't at a 1.2 ETH floor. Would really, because he's dedicated to this and he's determined to make it a success, and he's done incredibly well so far. Again, this mint was tiny. I think this was under 0.1. I just want to have a look here. Sorry. And it sat there for quite a while. Yeah, I mean, so the floor price is showing 0.2. Might have been 0.2, but it definitely wasn't more than 0.2. I think it was under 0.1. So again, we're seeing the NFT itself appreciating in value because people are hungry for alpha. They don't have time to do the grinding. And they want stuff brought to them. And I do think they're an investment in and of itself. And then on top of that, you're getting all the things that we've spoken about. Now, Morland loves JRNY Crypto. I did love JRNY Crypto. I was very disappointed with how this drop was handled. It was very cash grabby in my opinion, and I'm not afraid to say it. They actually did a secondary drop recently, and the same thing. Last minute, he changed it to Dutch auction, 1 Ethereum for a secondary drop. And not my style. If Morland was here, he'd be telling you that it's, he loves JRNY. And hats off to the guy. I mean, he's got a huge YouTube following. He, crypto NFTs is his thing, but a massive, bigger than all the guys we've spoken about combined. And he did it a bit differently, also a big collection. He did it that, you get this pass and that allows you to mint his 2 upcoming PFP projects. I would imagine that JRNY is getting a good amount of whitelist spots. I really would, because a lot of projects that I see that, I'm watching end up saying, ooh, we've done a collab with JRNY like Ugly People did, and they end up giving 500, 1,000 spots. So I imagine that you are getting that whitelist spot. This was minted at 1 ETH if you are on pre-sale, and Dutch auction started at 3 Ethereum. So I do think that he made an absolute fortune, but I do think that left a bit of a bad taste in people's mouth. It definitely did mine, and I don't care what alpha or whitelist there is there. I don't want someone who's just trying to hit me up all day for more and more ETH. So I really don't like this one because of the reasons that I've mentioned. You can see, the hype is quite incredible that it got to those heights. This was because of this recent drop that happened. I think a lot of people were quite upset, this very recent drop, and I imagine this will continue going down a bit. But he's got the influence, guys, and he's got the connections to deliver. So I'm not saying that you won't get value necessarily. It's just not my cup of tea. All right, the Nifty Portal. So this one probably none of you have heard of, right? Or very few of you. I like this community a hang of a lot. I do have this pass. I think long term, this is going to be a great pass to have. And I think that this entry point is great. The reason I say that is because they've just recently launched this pass. So, I mean, yeah, almost 2 months, not that recently. But they are still to find their feet as far as whitelist giveaways. And I'm going to take you into the Discord and things like that. But it's a great alpha community, a really great alpha community. And if you are a flipper, someone who likes to buy and sell quickly and take risks, this is probably the best alpha community that I know. These guys will bring you alpha like as it happens, and they're usually right, with a lot of stuff that you don't think is going to moon that ends up mooning. These guys, this Discord knows about it. This is the Nifty Alpha. They also have a YouTube show. It's the three guys. But I do think in time, when they find their feet, and they will, because they dedicated to this full time. There's three guys. They will find their feet. They will definitely deliver value long term on this project, in my opinion. As per the bottom of the scrolling notice on the screen, not financial advice, any of this, but I really am quite bullish on this project long term as far as an alpha pass goes. Let's jump into their Discord if I can find it. So you can see they a bit down on my list, just because of the whitelist side, but this is the Nifty Portal over here. So they've got, like everyone else, their normal announcements. Everyone's got it. Daily recap, which is pretty basic, and that's why I'm saying when they get a guy on who's just doing daily recaps, and like you saw in Kosher, like proper in-depth analysis, and they will do it. This is going to be a good one. Live shows, that's you might recognize the guys. Weekly calls. So again, I mean, you can see this was 8 days ago. And okay, bit of info, but not as much as there could be, and not as much as I believe there will be. Ooh, giveaways has got a mark here. So not that many whitelist opportunities. And I say that, and then boom, 150 whitelist winners. Let's enter that. But if you look back a bit, Toon Squad, a little bit, remember this collection is quite big. Sorry, let's go back there, 5,000. So here you've got, it's hard to just guess, but I think 20 spots. Let's just call it 20 spots. And you've got 1,100 people entering. So, the odds of winning often are not so big. And you can see they're picking up. Look, they're picking up. A month ago, there was very, very few at all. And here there does seem to be like it's picking up a bit, which is great. So that's what I'm saying. I do think that in time, they are going to get more and more and get this right and get it going. But what I like about it, so the portal chat is if you don't hold a pass, so anyone can go in this Discord and all the ones that I've mentioned, but you get limited access. So you won't get all the bots and all the alpha and all the whitelist opportunity or any of the whitelist opportunities if you don't hold NFT from their collection, but you can still be in the chats. So this is the general chat, and then you can see a whale just jumped into I like you, you're weird. He bought 34. So that's probably a good thing to know. Whether you do have to do your own research and go check if that's the case. Go look on OpenSea at I like you, you're weird, and see if that looks like it. And then they're saying super ordinary villains is starting to come up again, right? So it's giving you alpha. The community is sharing alpha with each other, and this chat is pumping 24/7, right? And then if you go to general under verified chats, this is the chat if you are a holder. So all the holders hang out here and give their alpha. So this, as I said, is one of my favorites. If I do have a spare moment, and I want to just see what's a good flip or something. You just spend a little bit of time in here, and as I say, these guys are usually on the money, right? So they got a couple of monitors, the Genie sweeps again, which we've seen before, the IC tools or the top sale. There's a different one, the highest sales. Okay, just to press you that you don't own one or didn't buy one when it minted at 0.008 Ethereum. Trending mints, so pretty standard bots, not like the sort of custom ones that you saw in in Kosher and cryptos. That's memes and rubbish. Let's mute that, make it small. So this is really what you get for being a member over here. So this is the member chat. Oh no, sorry guys. This is the verified section. Yeah, so you don't get much. Get the general chat over there. So yeah, as I say, they've got a lot of work to do, but they're not going anywhere, and I believe in it, and I'm a holder, and I'm happy to continue holding it. All right. So that's the Nifty Portal. Now I want to jump. Well, before we do that, okay, so guys, I know it's 4.2 Ethereum. I do know that. But this is like, one of the Rolls-Royce passes that you can get. I do not own one. You can see the owner count is the smallest out of all of them. And if we come down, I hate it when OpenSea does this. Let's just try refresh. This is by Amir Hussein, a very, very well-respected YouTuber in the space. Yeah, so it does look to me like they're all the same. Okay, you've got your individual NFT, but they all look the same to me. It's not a PFP project, that's for sure. But anyone that I know that does have this pass, just like shouts it from the rooftops. So I imagine that they are getting an amazing amount of whitelist opportunities. There's a small community, it's a close-knit group, and that that in and of itself is telling you the story. So again, another YouTuber, he's an OG YouTuber in the space, and really, really, if you can, worth looking into. If you're sitting there with 50 Ethereum that you want to invest in NFTs, I would say spending 10% of that on this is money well spent. If you're sitting there with 5 Ethereum, I wouldn't do so, because you're not going to have any ETH left to mint the whitelist that you get for holding this pass. But it's something that I aim for. 4 5 ETH. There's a lot you can do with 4 5 ETH if you're flipping it and turning it, and to have it, caught up somewhere for long term. It's a lot of ETH to put aside for me. But yeah, something that in time I would love to have. And I think if you can afford it, is a great, probably one of the best, if not the best, to get into. Then I'm going to take on a slightly different approach, and we touch on this briefly on Fridays, Freestyle Friday show. Lots of fun always on Fridays, my favorite show. Always just get to say what you want and do what you want, which is always nice. But there are normal PFP projects that were started as a PFP project and then have developed alpha in their community to their holders, right? So you're really getting the best of both worlds, because on the one side, you are getting a very well-known collection, and on the other side, you're getting access to alpha, right? So Kaiju Kings is a good example. I messed up a little bit on Friday. I thought the mutant got you whitelist opportunity, and it does not. It gets you alpha, but doesn't get you the ability to raffle. This is not a mutant. This is a Kaiju, but here's the mutants. And it's a good entry point into the system to just get the alpha. But if you are looking for whitelist opportunities, you want to have either the baby. I hate OpenSea. But it's the best out of all of them, honestly. You have either the baby or the Genesis. Both of them give you the same whitelist opportunities and the same alpha. I've never had a Genesis. I only have a baby. So I would guess that the Genesis might get their own raffles with a higher percentage chance. It just would make sense that would happen. But this gets you whitelist opportunities, there's a list of discords that you just go in and collab, verify that you are a baby holder, and you get automatic whitelist. So that's really quite cool. Another good one is CyberKongs as well. also a really good alpha community. But so here, I really like this play of buying a PFP established collection with its own roadmap as a PFP, right? Own utility going into the metaverse, 3Ds, VXs, drops, all the cool stuff that you want from a project. But on top of that, as an added bonus, you getting access to the alpha. So if you want to get a baby, you see they're always on the floor, but then Genesis, you just go down to, I think it's type, if I'm not mistaken. Legendary, no. Origin, no. Yeah, Origin. And then you click on Genesis. And then these are the proper Kaiju Kings. I actually think it's quite a good play at this point, to be quite honest. If you look here, the floor is very thin. You go from 5.5 ETH to 6 ETH in 2, 4, 6, 8, 16. And then the next line in another 8, you go to 6.5. So just as a separate thing, not on the alpha side, does look like they're going to be trending upwards. Let's have a quick look at the activity chart here. Yeah, does look like they're trending upwards here. Great investment as a normal project, and as an added bonus, you're getting alpha and whitelist. And then to get into the ecosystem, as we said, without the whitelist, and I apologize for Friday for thinking that these were able to raffle, Kaiju Mutants, and really great. I mean, they were 0.49, I think, on Friday. So, I do think long term that they will continue going up. You can see when they came out how much hype there was. And again, gives you access to the alpha, but doesn't give you the whitelist opportunities. And then my favorite, obviously, Bored Ape Yacht Club is higher than their sub collection, the Mutants. OpenSea is down. OpenSea is down. Again, they're back up. Alrighty, thanks, OpenSea. So Bored Ape Yacht Club is holding a Bored Ape or holding a Mutant Ape gives you access, and this is where I get the most whitelist by far, gives you access to something called the Ape List. And when you're in this Discord, it's got maybe 1,000 people in it, and then they close it, and then they open it again, and then they close it. I just want to show you something here: the amount of whitelist opportunities that you get in this place. This is all the current projects that they tell you. So they're reaching out. They've submitted everyone who won the raffle. It's being raffled at the moment. Announced and whitelisted. Announced and whitelisted. Minted. They will remove it shortly. Submitted the names. Waiting for whitelist rolls. Look how many projects. I mean, honestly, and you win the raffle often. I mean, this is 218 so far. 309 current whitelist opportunities. Okay, I mean, it's hard to keep up, to be quite honest. But in this folder, each and every one of these projects, I've one whitelist from ApeList. Okay, so someone the other day asked me, am I tempted to sell my mutant? This is one of the big reasons that I'm not, because sure, maybe 9 out of 10 of these will not be successful. Even if they're not successful, there is opportunities on mint on some of them if the mint is going well. But like Toon Squad, I'm really, really excited for, and that seems to be quite hyped. Mega Park, I'm really excited for. Embers, I'm quite excited for. So there are some good ones. There is also some derivatives and rubbish as well. But literally, all of these that you see, all of these, I've gotten whitelist from this ape list for holding either mutant or Bored Ape. It doesn't work with the Kennel Club, so you can't collab land and get access to this with the Kennel Club. But I just want to give you an example here. This was today, 5 hours ago. This was 6 hours ago. Another opportunity. This was 8 hours ago. Another opportunity. This was 10 hours ago. And so on. You're like literally all day, every day, just whitelist opportunities. So, that's the prime example of a PFP project that in and of itself is a notable project, well respected, loved in the space. ending up being an Alpha Pass, and it's my best by far. So guys, I really hope that that's given you all a good idea on some of the Alpha Passes that are available, what the benefits to them are, and which ones are my favorite, which ones I suggest that you get. I try to bring you, like we went all the way from 0.13 for Magic Mushroom and Nifty Portal, all the way up to Dark Echelon at almost 4.5 Ethereum and everything in between. And yeah, I just hope it gives you what you're looking for. In my mind, an Alpha Pass is a great investment. I really think so. Even if it was a monthly fee that you didn't have an NFT that tends to appreciate in value, even if it was just that, I think it's worth it. But you compound that with the fact that these tend to be doing really, really well, and you actually, investing in something that seems to be appreciating in value, at least has so far. So this is a great genre to be in, gives ongoing value, and yeah, I wish you luck with it. So tomorrow, Morland will be doing his gaming NFT show. The next day, Morland and I will be doing post-drop analysis on quite a few projects that have done well recently. And then Friday, Freestyle Friday. Thank you guys for joining me. Please keep well, keep being kind, and I will see you on Thursday. Thank you guys.